Dear 2020, what a detrimental year. I knew that it'd be memorable, but it wasn't fair. Was supposed to be the year of success and good memories, but all we got were deaths, complex, mostly tragedies. And I don't say this happily, you took more than you gave. From all events and magazines to homies in the grave. Most lives would have been saved had you at least gave Trump a brain, but anyways, let us revisit down this road called memory lane. New Year's 2020, way to start the year off funny. It took a turn when we lost David Stern right off the money. Then things got even funnier within that same week. An airstrike would jeopardize this country's safety. And that was crazy, most certainly ain't wavy. Agitation in the nation, bro, halfway through day 3. And after day 4, they retaliate way more. And on the 9th, a heart failure claimed Webby from 5th Ward. But now, let us leap into about a week or two. A death that made me hurl. It shocked the world like Pikachu. I keep key with you. That month had moved slow. I knew it'd be a long year the day we lost Kobe. And that same day, dude with the rape cases got convicted. And from me too arise the painful cries of hurting women. Now the next month was not the best one, and that's for sure. It's like January was just a test run for what's in store. A month of Valentine's should have been filled with love galore, but days later, murderers would kill Pop Smoke in front of his door. And that had hit the core of the hip-hop community. A promising career, hate would rob that opportunity. And all that red from the bloodshed made me feel blue. Cause every day ain't promised, R.I.P. to Big Woo. And while that had me spooked, the truth I hate to say is that same hate, it is still imminent to this day. And if you need some proof, fast forward about 4 days to the 23rd, Ahmaud Arbery murdered in broad day. That would spark more rage and the reason why we march. But controversy then would bleed into the month of March. Where do I start? Cause I can't be biased. We could start wherever from hate to coronavirus. Or even take it up a notch, speak on another crisis. My mind's bent on how police murder us and stay silent. Some of you should already know where this is going. To times we had to go on strike, but this ain't bowling. Say they protect and serve, their word they don't deliver. Still, don't let them forget to arrest Breonna Taylor's killers. It ain't fair how they could scrutinize and not be supervised, while also having brutalized and even euthanized. And though we human, we can't dehumanize what we go through inside because folk like China passed OD from drugs they utilize. And April showed me how to really separate the truth from lies. Kim Jong-un, they claim was dead, but I knew the truth inside. If it was real, homie would have been buried, suit and tie. They questioned if he's dead for real, and he popped up like, you decide. The lies they had fed, he played dead like a possum. Then on the 23rd, COVID took Fred the God. Now that journey into May, I prayed that it'd be gorgeous. But at the gate, May said, hey there, hold your horses. A new month, same sad song, another chorus. How frightening to face the plague of murder hornets. Another joint, at this point, ready to forfeit my life with a whole lot of spite, cause this was bogus. But really, if you made it this far, you were anointed. But what would happen May 25th was disappointing. Something I describe a homicide, it was pointless. I choked on my tears to hear the way George Floyd went out. So let's call this out, Officer Chauvin. Arrest him for the murder, forget the murder hornets. His life took in broad daylight, left my heart broken, but made my heart smile when Fort Worth where the smoke is. Now 6 days later was the 6th month of the year. I hope the coming months were good, the last one's full of fear. I hope that things will take a turn the middle of the year, and I was pretty optimistic till June told us, hold my beer. Let me off this flight, better yet, who's in the cockpit? Cause though we are God's children, I'm sure this wasn't God sent. These murders is getting out of pocket, we need to stop it. And then they would call homie who gave us pop, lock it, drop it. Looking in July, I ain't Kodak, but I'm tired. My tolerance disguised, wish you could see it in my eyes. From sex trafficking charges against Jeffrey Epstein's wife to the way a boat ride ended with Nye Rivera's life. And to hear about his son, pretty painful to this day. And devastating news of a new bubonic plague. The pain was overweighting, had my heart hurting. The way people would die was not the wave like surf teams. Society was mourning a life once more. Then boom, we lost Nicole Thea and her unborn. 2020 done took everything and it want more. Like she hungry, want what's on my plate and what's on yours. And August hit me hard. Where do I start or run for? Some legends, they had died, but August take one more. But before, let us take us some time to revisit a scene I've seen before, like I seen it on The Simpsons. A black person in office, we recall the same image, a moment that heightened the dynamic of black women. Though it's a bit different, brought tears to my eyes, seeing a black woman rise but the Black Panther die. As a fan of the man, that had caught me by surprise, so randomly, but still I wouldn't question God why. Then on the other side of the nation was a fire. Cali declared a state of emergency statewide. After August's adventure, we jumped right into September. We lost Ruth Ginsburg, but that's the most I can remember. But moreover, year stinks with no odor. Still crappy as we fast forward to October. No closure, but still, we remain strong. And dealt another loss, October claimed James Bond. A different month in history, but still the same song. A year full of tragedies, people will blame God. Or heed the same blogs whose thoughts and stories change. You see a prime example, just look at Tory Lanez, who saw his independence, masters and glory days, but got stormy days and more restrained than 40 slaves. The rise of black women celebrated so heavenly, but suddenly a foul on the plate, no referee. Assumptions at the plight of some Twitter folks' expertise claim that Tory shot Megan Thee Stallion, allegedly. After Trump would downplay the same virus that he caused, a widespread on TV suffered the same cause. Thankfully, he didn't end up in a body bag. He fought it like a hockey match with his sorry-year-old. At this point, I am wide awake like an insomniac, and the Reaper named 2020 claimed Johnny Nash.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone.
Yup, Johnny Nash is the legend that gave us that classic song. The year 2020 was nothing that I'd assumed that Halloween around noon, we lose MF Doom. Now November pretty lengthy, so let's make a lot of room for deaths the hip-hop community would not approve. Wishing that this game gon' end like locker rooms just to lose Braxton Baker. She was a goddess who advocate for spirituality and life's answers and inner healing. Not too many folk will understand her. One of many deaths in November's tragedy chapter right after losing longtime Jeopardy host to cancer. The list was getting longer with questions still unanswered. The King Von would jump in the fight. Can't see his man's hurt. He ain't even pull out no gun. He made them hands work and bam, lost his life right there. What a disaster. Damn, 2020, just chill, my nigga. Slow down. Not even a week later, some people in Texas rode down the highway. They slid up the road, but not the old town, and fired shots that killed Mo 3 right in his hometown. If these murders will continue, the earth would be a ghost town. So lame, can't put a name to it like it's a pronoun. But if the rapture's worse, hate to be here when it goes down, but still believe in love, the kind that the Bible wrote about. No doubt, because you can go out at any day, like the man that played Darth Vader on the 28th. And now it boils down to the last month of the year. A year of the blessed or the cursed, not so clear. Trying to put this in the rear, wrap it up like fourth quarter. So much mayhem, you would think Jesus was right around the corner. I wish this was the end, but events, we got 3 more. Reminiscing on the lives of 2 important people. December 10th, we lost Tommy, aka Debo. It seems though the year wasn't finished being so evil. Natalie Reid from Medea was one of those people who lost her life, but like the plays, she played a unique role. 2020, me, I didn't think could ever be so cold, but peep since January from a peephole. And amongst all of the bad things, here comes this vaccine, also known as Pfizer Biotech, whatever that means. I never question God on when he lets bad things happen, but I'm asking, when will we be done masking? I'm praying 2021 is better, hoping and fasting, because 2020 got me extra woke from an extra bad dream.